Hello there, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of 5 Minute Gaming News, the show that made it another week. I'm proud every time we do this. Today in the news, speaking of things I gotta do, but I don't want to do, but you know I gotta do because it's only fair. Final Fantasy VII. You know, the game that's given us spin-offs and movies and remakes and every bit of merchandise you can possibly imagine. It is Square Enix's perennial moneymaker since 1997. If there is a place for that game to find some money, Square Enix will go there. And so they have. That's right, this is about Final Fantasy VII NFTs. They're doing it, people. So while all of us continue to say we don't want them, and the vast majority of game devs say we don't want to work with them, it comes down once again to the crypto bros and their corpo pals, and they've just decided we don't know that we want them. We really do. And it will grow on us. And so Square Enix is once again here to remind me that you can love something and still hate some of the things it does. Back in April, Square Enix did announce that they'd be working with NFTs in some way, and now it looks like we have found out this week in what form. Final Fantasy NFTs. Specifically, an NFT of a cloud action figure and trading cards. These NFTs will launch aside real-world physical collectibles. The Digital Plus Cloud action figure, which is Cloud plus an additional NFT, is selling for $160, whereas buying just the physical action figure is $130. Final Fantasy VII's trading card packs will offer 6 cards for $4, with a redeemable code for an NFT version of a card included in each pack. The only remote saving grace here is that it's an optional thing. You don't have to buy it, you can just buy the $130 version, which, by the way, $130 for this figure? I don't know. That seems like a lot. It doesn't come with much, but Square Enix has been known to ask a premium of its fans. Just note the $13,000 statue that I really want, but simply cannot buy, out of the principle of the fact that it's just overpriced. Same thing here. I guess it all comes down to the fact, will people buy the $160 version because it's $30 more and you get extras with it, or will they settle for just the $130 version that's just a physical item? And I think, depending on what happens there, we may get some answers as to what Square Enix will do in the future. So my advice, if you must have this cloud figure, I don't know, get the physical one and let them know you don't want NFTs. Because if they get the hint that that gets you to spend another $30, they're going to put them in everything. It seems like every time there's a crazy thing in the gaming world these days, it is NFT related, and I am so over it. Anyway, moving on. In other news, Neopets hacked. That's right, your Neopets account from 25 years ago that you definitely forgot the password for has been hacked. Those claiming to be behind the attack say they have the account info of more than 69 million members, nice, along with a bunch of the site's source code, and are willing to sell the data off for a fee. Now the question I am sure you're asking is, why hack Neopets of all places? Well, everything is related these days, and once again, drumroll please, it's NFTs. That's why. I bet you thought we were done, but nope. Last year, Neopets started selling NFTs of their various pets, and it was such a sad day that even the NFTs were crying. The Neopets Metaverse, as they called it, launched with 10,000 pets to buy, and while not all of them sold, they did generate like $2 million for Neopets. And now you're probably seeing why someone might want to hack that. Well, Neopets says it is investigating the data breach. Email addresses, Neopet users' ages, genders, countries, birth dates, and even IP addresses are allegedly being auctioned off online. They highly suggest you change your password, which I'm sure we've all forgotten about anyway. Speaking of things I want to forget about, it's time for your Cren Minute.
Hello everybody and welcome back to the Cren Minute, my once a week segment where I get to talk about whatever I want for a minute. This week, it's pretty meaningless even compared to the other weeks that I've done. I wanted to rant about some Warhammer miniature things. So I was building a Vermin Lord. Well, actually, I already have Vermin Lords built. So there was this Vermin Lord and his head fell off. Actually, no. It was this Vermin Lord. His head fell off. You can't even see it because the shitty green screen. There you go. You can see him now. And I had to glue it back on, but I had to hold it in place. And I was like, how do I hold it in place? So I figured I'd take the other Vermin Lord, and he's got this giant spear, and I would just hold it up with this. It was a genius idea until I accidentally was like, great. And then I clipped his horn and he fell off. And then he became unstuck and I had to glue him back while also gluing him back. And it was just a disaster. But luckily now they're pretty good. So that's my Kren Minute.
Thanks for just showing off your Warhammer stuff, Crendor. Speaking of showing off Warhammer stuff, I got plenty of that I can share with you over on patreon.com/Jesse Cox, where you can hang out with Haley Reagan, Jam Glassman, and Matthew F. That's it for the show. Thank you so much. Please, by all means, we are so close. Subscribe, you nerd. Come on, just do it. Help me out this one time. And I'll see you Monday for another 5-Minute Gaming News.